This show that has so many aspects to it is now live. If you've never listened to us before, you're in for something big. We talk about golf, we talk about booze, we talk about social stuff, everything. So stay tuned. There's a lot going on. How you doing, Mashi?
I'm doing good, Master Blaster. How are you?
I'm great. Well, let me tell you, there's a lot going on today with the show. A lot of tech changes and things going on, but we're still amateurs by all means.
By a
Yes.
long way, we are still amateurs.
Yes, we had a false start. We wanted to record yesterday, and we had a false start because Steve got extremely frustrated because tech was not having a good day.
He threw his iPad out the window.
He did. He was very upset. And so we're back at it today with actually some improvements.
I think so, and some fun, like we always have.
Fun. We will have a lot of fun today for sure. So, in one aspect of that, Steve was messing around with. We use OBS, and he was messing around with that and had some improvements, and we did some automation on that side, so it makes things a little bit easier on Steve. But the other thing that Steve started to do was play a little bit more with Chat GPT. And
scary. Scary.
Yeah, it is scary. Where this
we'll show you in a little bit why it's scary.
Well, it won't be in a little bit. It'll be very soon,
right
actually,
now.
right? Which is funny because, Steve, if you take us to Diagonal Small here, you decided that maybe our logo needed an update.
Well, we've had the same logo for almost 2 years now. I mean, it's it's coming. Well, a year and a half. January will be 2 years.
Yeah, I mean it's elegant, right?
Yeah.
I think it illustrates golf, drinks. I'm not sure what the charcoal is.
I'm not sure what the charcoal or the land
maybe
behind
maybe it's grilling barbecue.
I thought maybe you had a stomach issue at one point.
It's lava rock from your course, YLA, is that? Was that?
Kahanaiki, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So that could be it. But then, so Steve went out and started playing with Chat GPT and started generating some logos. And should we just get into these?
I'm afraid. Let's see what the first one that comes up. Let's see what we did.
See what the first one is. So the first one is was this guy, which is actually good.
I kind of who is that up on the screen there hitting that golf ball? I'm trying to think of who that is.
That's someone actually playing sim golf, I guess. Hitting some balls.
Yeah.
Green. So we got the bottle of bourbon there, a beer. I think it's pretty good.
Is it Bedouin? Bedouin bourbon?
Yeah, Betwee.
Bedouin? I don't know. I've never heard of that bourbon.
Yeah, it is bourbon though, because it says on there with a big capital RB.
With a capital RB, and if you've got bourbon with a capital RB, you've got bourbon.
Yes. And then they came up with another one, which is actually pretty cool as well, which is this guy.
I like this one.
This is pretty cool. It's kind of like explosion, it captures. We got whiskey on there though. It's not
whiskey
bourbon.
Instead of bourbon. I'm sure he asked for bourbon and somehow ChatGPT got whiskey, which is bourbon and whiskey. Got it, bourbon and whiskey.
Yeah.
But
the computer in the background with the sim golf.
Yep.
And the marijuana growing out from behind.
Pretty darn good. I'm gonna give him some credit on this one.
Yeah. So well done, Steve. And then I said, Steve, maybe if it's so easy, let's just do a logo every week and take what's going on in the golf world that week and put it into the logo.
Put it into a logo.
So I think the theme this week has been across the country. We're having this heat wave, which, I went out and golf this week. It was really warm. It's warm out where you're at, Mashi. So here we go.
First off, I think it captures the essence of the heat.
Yes,
beautifully.
It looks very hot. Yes,
the sweat coming off of our brows.
There's so much going on here that I don't know what's. So first
now
of all,
I'm a little bit confused because I didn't realize that we were between two bios. I don't know what a bio is.
It's not even between. It's between.
Between. Yeah, missed that.
And I think Steve was using the Deutsch German version of Chat GPT because it seems to be in German. I don't know
what a degree is. It's 100 degrees out, so it's hot.
Yeah, and we got Veli Deer.
We have Veli Deer. It's not beer, it's Veli Deer on the right, but then there is Veld
Beer.
beer.
No.
I
And
don't
then
know.
what's sticking? I guess the beard is me. So
I
I
think
have
the
like
beard must be you.
I have a chicken wing sticking out of my mouth. It's that.
You
I
do
guess it's
have a
a big
chicken wing.
sweat globule coming out of my mouth.
Well, I'm confused because on me, I'm holding a club in my right hand, a beer in my left hand. Is that club coming out of the beer?
Yes, that is the
That
garnish for
is
the
like a
beer.
topper. It's like a
Yeah,
club
there.
topper in the beer. Mm,
Yes, yeah. There's
okay.
certain beers now that they stick a club in that you drink.
I
Maybe it's a
I like
straw.
I like that. So I assume since you played this week and you played out here a bunch 2 weeks ago, you're back up 100%. Your 5 rounds out here were good enough to get your foot back at 100% and you're good to go.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I did walk 18 this week
There
too.
you go.
Yeah. So yes, and then but then I did. I got a little bit cocky, and I decided to go do a CrossFit workout this morning, and I'm paying for that now. So apparently, I shouldn't be running as much as I did this morning, quite. But
Fair.
I'm okay. My legs. But the thing is, both feet are tight, so I think my legs are just really out of shape for some reason. But yeah. So those are our new logos. Now you're going to see some of these incorporated into the rest of
Throughout.
the show today.
I think
So
it's fun. I think it's ton of fun. Now listen, I think if anybody is worried that Chat GPT is going to become Skynet, we got a ways to go.
we do.
Like,
If it can't get
we got a
degrees right,
it doesn't. It can't. I mean, spelling. Let's get spelling down. If it can't get the spelling proper,
yeah. I think Steve generated probably about 30 logos today when he was playing around, and I think 5 of them were actually usable. Most of them were just not well done.
yeah. So I'm not worried about Chat GPT taking over the world yet. I think it's got a little bit of learning to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so speaking of again new graphics and new logos,
Yeah.
let's go over here to the right hand side, and we can even do a prominent here. What's
Ah,
behind the bar,
what's
right?
behind the bar? I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Woo.
So this says, "What's Master? What's behind the bar?"
What's Master? No, that's just
Yeah,
you. I figured that was just your name up there.
yeah. It's Masta and Mashy.
And
Mashy's
Mash.
on there twice. You got a microphone next to you, but it's what's behind the bar.
What's behind the bar?
The bar.
And it's bourbon, and it's bear, Bearisphone,
Yeah.
bourbon.
Well, that's German for bourbon, right?
And by the way, if it's bourbon, and we got a little pretty like martini glass with an orange. I mean, is that a
It's a Cosmo.
marshmallow? Looks like marshmallows in it. Maybe ice cubes. I don't
Could be.
What are you drinking
Guys.
today? Since we are
Oh
behind
my.
the bar, are we drinking?
Yes, I am drinking. So I picked up something at the store, and when I saw it, I was like, "Well, that looks interesting." It's by
And it was like $1.50.
yeah, I can't remember. It was a while ago. So it's called Curveball.
With a
It's by
K.
a company, yeah, called Curveball, and it's um original barbecue whiskey.
Oh God. I think this is the jump the shark week, and you'll see why in a
Yes,
second. So
yes.
first
So
off, by the
it,
way, it's KURV. There's no E on it. There's no C on it. Like they're going hardcore. And then there is
yeah,
a skull
and
and
spatula
crossbones, but it's barbecue utensil.
tools.
Like,
So these guys say, we can't get enough barbecue. If Pitmasters didn't sell out, we'd eat it. uh, Morning, noon, and night to satisfy our appetite. We put the barbecue behind the bar. Savory, sweet, smoky heat. Meet Americans whiskey. How's that for a curveball?
did that
Um,
rhyme?
yes, it's like a
It's like a sonnet.
yeah. Shoot it, mix it, or straight
It's
out of
a
the bottle
it's a
like barbecue
limerick.
sauce.
There
Yeah,
there
it's
once
a
was a girl
limerick
from Nantucket.
who drank some bottles and then liked to. Never mind. Um,
Hey, we're not a kid show, but we're not it.
um, so first of all, it's only 68 proof, so it's not real,
Ugh.
hard.
Oh, sorry,
Um,
that was mine.
Now, what I also feared, actually, after I poured it in my bottle, you guys won't be able to see this. There's stuff floating around in it.
Ew. Well, that's because it's a barbecue whiskey. They take
Yes.
the bottom of the barbecue grill and they scrape it, okay? And they put it into with the hop with the mash. And so when we learn this at laws, when they go through the evaporation process and they put the yeast in, what you're seeing behind are the little barbecue chunks at the bottom of
Yeah.
the about a year's worth of grilling. They got a
Yeah.
partnership with a smoking, they smoke barbecue meats over there.
Yeah. Um, so I'm drinking this, and I have to say it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, good. A little
It
chewy.
does taste like you do have like a barbecue sauce, and I like taste to it. Like you can taste the barbecue. Like,
Interesting.
um, but I honestly, if I had like a chicken sandwich or a steak, I think this would go great with it.
Okay.
So
Maybe
it's not as
maybe they're
bad as
right
I
on.
thought. Yeah, maybe they're on to something. It's kind of
Yeah.
gimmicky, but fun.
In the vein of jumping the shark, I am also drinking a whiskey, which I don't normally do. And this was given to me by my wife for Father's Day. And it is out of a Colorado distillery called Spirit Hound. We have a lot of small
You
batch
do.
distilleries here.
My
We have a
gosh.
ton of them. And this is actually called Spirit Hound whiskey. This is aged in honey barrels. So they have a partnership with a local beehive farmer or whatever, and they take honey after they get the honey and they age the honey in the barrels. They clear the barrels out and they put the bourbon in it. So this is finished in honey barrels.
Ah, so we're
And
definitely
it's
on the same theme this week of having flavored kind of stuff.
flavored. Yes, we're definitely on the flavored. It's can definitely taste the honey for sure. You can taste a little sweetness of the honey. It's kind of light. It's pretty good actually. It's not a bad whiskey at all. I'm not as I like bourbons better than whiskey personally, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
tell
it's
you what,
Spirit Hound.
I really want to do with this. They have a recipe online for a Bloody Mary. I think this would be
I bet that'd be
amazing
good in a Bloody Mary with the
in a
kind of the
Bloody
barbecue
Mary.
flavorings of the with the Bloody Mary mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing. So
So
that's
that's
what we're
it.
drinking.
Oh, and this one is also because Bull Pride likes to do this. This is single barrel Bull Pride. This is bottle 241 out of barrel number 40. So just
Ah,
so you know,
all righty.
there we go.
So moving on to golf story. Um, do you have a golf story this week?
I don't have a golf story, but I have a story I'm bringing. It's not a golf story, but I'm still going to tell it during our golf story segment.
Okay. All right. Um, my golf story is pretty simple, which is, I've been playing in my league nights, and every week for league, and this as when I started playing again, so it's been I think 5 weeks. I've shot a 46. How weird is that?
Wait, and
Same score.
is your golf league outside now or is it indoor still?
No, it's outside. Yeah,
It's outside. Okay,
it's
cool.
outside. But I've shot. We only play 9 holes. I shot a 46 every
Every week.
single
It's your
week.
comfort zone. It's your comfort. You can't. You laugh, but I joke. I shoot between at Common Ground, my home course. I shoot between 80 and 83 every single time. Like it's my comfort zone. I know exactly, and it's hard to break out of that comfort zone.
Yeah. So we'll see if things change this week. Was going to golf tomorrow, but it's just too darn hot.
Yeah.
I think I just need a little. And plus, I'm not sure if my foot's going to cooperate. I really think I overdid it today, so I need a break.
Well, I played 2 days last week. I said I was going to take some time off because I had 2 golf trips back to back, one with my guys, one with you guys. And then y'all left, and then I went out and played twice that next week. And then this week I finally said, it's too hot. I'm just going to take some time off. And I actually have not played this week. My daughter was in North Carolina at Duke at a golf camp for the week. Very, very intense camp. And it was up at 7, on the course at 8, drills and training from 8 until lunch. She go get lunch, come back on the course from like after lunch until let's say 5 or so. Then she would go get dinner and then back
Jeez.
on the course until dark with more drills until about 8 o'clock. Back in her room, showered, changed, in bed by 9, asleep, and did that for 5 days. Like that is an intense all day, nonstop golf. It was great. She really enjoyed it. But my story really quickly is because it kind of relates to us is while my daughter was doing that, my wife was out with her. I had my son, who you guys saw in the last video. I don't think I realized how he sat with us so much in that video. And I didn't realize he was behind us with the bear photo bombing us behind the couch in the video. Um, he has been with me this week. And
Ah,
I was looking, and occasionally he would get my phone and, hey, can I look something up on your phone or whatever? I'm like, sure, no problem. So he's a curious 8.5 years old. So I yesterday am in my inbox and I happen to just click on the junk mail filter, junk mail folder to see every now and then I check to see if anything's in there. And I'm seeing all these YouTube comments, YouTube. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? All week, my son has been creating short videos of himself and the dog and putting them to my own personal YouTube channel. And one of the videos has 500 views after
oh,
about 2 days. And I now have 65 subscribers on my YouTube channel when I had 0 because I don't do anything with it.
yes, yes.
So apparently my son is more into doing YouTube videos than we are because we
Well,
do.
when I was out there, you had gone out to pick up dinner one night.
Yep.
We went to go to the store because you were going to bring back some burgers, and I was setting up for the show. Your son's sitting there talking to me. He goes, I'm going to get you guys some more YouTube subscribers.
Yeah. He is all in on it. So he's like, Daddy, I need to check and see if I got more subs for you. We're getting more subs. I'm going to do more videos. And so I'm like, okay, dude, you can do videos of the dog, but don't do videos of yourself. You're 8.5. And
Yeah.
the videos are fine. They're innocent 8.5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I thought it was quite funny that it took us 2 years to get almost 2,000 subs, and he got 65 subs for me in one day. We need more dog videos, apparently.
He could be a part of, we got Steve for tech stuff, and your son's going to be part of marketing.
He wants to take our shows and break them up and make shorts.
Yeah, we do need to do shorts.
And then he could take each segment and make it a short and put it out there.
Yeah.
And he said you'll get a lot more views that way.
I think you're right. Totally think you're right.
He is probably right. So
Yeah.
that's my story.
All right, and you're sticking to it. Okay.
I'm sticking to it.
So next isn't a segment, but it is
Yeah.
little fundraiser one of the members has going on.
Yeah,
right?
so big shout out to P-Toad. So he asked if we could do a quick call to a fundraiser that he's running. It's a raffle giveaway. So his daughter, Autumn, has qualified for a junior golf tournament in at Doral, actually, down in at Doral, Doral course in Miami. And they are doing a fundraiser, and there's some raffle tickets, and there's all kinds of cool stuff to give away. And there's, I think, the king prize or the big prize you can win from the raffle is a new Cobra Dark Speed driver. It's up there on the left. I believe it's a full custom fitting for it. Like you can pick the shaft and the grip and everything, the lie and everything. So anyway, we're all big into junior golf. My daughter does it. A lot of the designers, you got kids that are doing junior golf. And so if anybody is interested in supporting P-Toad's raffle, then just reach out to him on Discord and he can fill you in on how to buy tickets. There's a Venmo link there you can click on to send him that and go from there. But this is between you and P-Toad, not us. I'm just being a good public messenger for junior golf.
All right. Well, get her done, people.
Get her done. Let's get her there.
Yeah. So if you go forward, we got some new courses to talk about, right?
Courses. I it's the one time of the year I love having lots of new courses come out, but we've been so busy lately, just life and our own golf trips and things. Like I'm glad this wasn't a big
things have slowed down for sure.
Yes,
right.
It's not a 25 course week launch. So they've slowed down a ton, which has been good for us.
Yeah. So only 7 courses this week. So
yes, that's what we it was a little weird calculating because like the new course updates on Discord were off a little bit.
Yeah, there was one. Now I can't remember the name of it. There was one that was listed as a new course that never showed up in the game.
Never showed up in the game, yeah.
And then there was another one that was just an update. And then there were two that didn't show up in the new course updates that were actually
That
new
were new
courses
released, new
in GS
courses,
Pro.
yeah.
So maybe there was a glitch in uh, uh, Cook's workflow.
But I'm just checking, and yeah, there's no new courses. June 19th was the last new course released, and we've got that one covered here. So yeah, we're up to date.
There's only been 7 new courses. What are we paying for?
Oh my God. Don't go with it. You should post that. You should create an anonymous account and just go post it. How come there's only 7 courses this
How come
week?
there's
What
just
am I
7
paying for?
courses? What am I paying for?
What am I paying for? I pay for 20 courses a week.
Yeah. Okay. So we have the first 4 here. We have a course up in Vermont by Clasby, and I think Clasby is new. Not somebody I recognize from Discord by any means.
He had a course that just came out like one of our episodes ago recently.
Oh, really?
It's his second,
So it's
I
his
believe,
second.
release.
Okay. So we got Lake Maury. I'm assuming that's a country club up in Fairleigh, Vermont. Then we got Orange Man coming through with Porter's Neck Country Club out there in Wilmington, North Carolina.
And this is Orange Man's first release.
That is Orange Man's first release.
And he has one other in beta, I noticed. So he's got a second one kind of on his heels.
Okay. Congratulations on the
Yep,
course
ready to
release
go
there.
blue.
We got Royal Fox Country Club by our buddy Amache out there in Illinois.
By the way, Amache, you're using way too many words on Facebook lately. Let's go back to the one word answers on Facebook. I've seen you put some like sentence structure and like multiple sentences together. And I'm like, who is this guy? He's throwing me off. Let's go back to 1 or 2 word answers. That's what people deserve in most of those posts.
We've got Red Hawk Golf Course by P Toad. Now, didn't we play
Not the same Red Hawk Ridge you played when you were here?
It gives me nightmares.
I am curious. I wish I had some free time. I want to go into GS Pro and I want to look at the naming structures of all the courses and see like how many similar Red Hawk courses are. How many like there's a lot of similarly named courses in different parts of the country, you know?
Yeah, there are. Yes, for sure. Ironically, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but Red Hawk Ridge out when we played in Denver had a lot of houses around it. And that makes me very nervous. I think we talked about in the show. But that was actually the course I did the best on when I was out there.
I gotta tell you, I don't know if we covered it or not, but I'm gonna flash back real quick since you mentioned it. I believe it was the second tee at Red Hawk Ridge, and I am not kidding you. The fairway went out this way and then turned left this way, and there were houses off at least 90 degrees from the tee, way down the left side. And Masta gets up on the tee and goes, you know, there's houses on this. I'm like, those houses are not even in play. You're aiming over here. The houses are over here. Like, they're not in play. And he was like, you know, there's houses on this hole. So you got up there and hit, and you snap hooked a ball over the first set of houses. And we heard a crunch where we think it hit the house on the backside of the house.
It's so horrible because like if I damage something, I want to like pay for it. So I kind of stood there for a minute. I'm like, is someone gonna come out? I have no idea what I hit. People are gonna come out and yell at me. I'm sorry. I'll pay for whatever.
But the problem is they wouldn't know where the ball came from because they were so far from the course. They were like, that couldn't possibly be a golf ball.
That couldn't be a golf, but here it is. There's a golf ball in my front yard.
Oh, that was so. We were on the ground on the tee crying. I was laughing so hard when you pulled it so far.
Stop making fun of me. I totally called it. Yeah.
You called it. You said that the houses are my nemesis.
Yep. Let's go to Georgia. We're at Cartersville, Georgia, by the Golf Boy, Cartersville Golf Club.
Yep.
And then we've got T Squared came out with a course called DPC Royal noorT.
noorT.
And you have to say it just like the Swedish chef from the Muppets. noorT, noorT, noorT. And ironically, I'm so freaking embarrassed, and I can't believe I'm going to bring this up.
You're going to admit it?
I'm going to admit it.
Okay,
I'm self-deprecating. I'm good with that. I'm good enough. We're going pre-show, and I'm saying, how do you say noorT? Where do you think that comes from? Well, it's Troon backwards.
Now the best part was you were like, "Oh, I've heard of that one."
Then I heard of it, and I just thought, I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh great, it's another it's Scotland, you got to say it's even in Troon, Scotland. I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a freaking idiot.
It's even in Troon, Scotland, exactly.
Yes.
That was funny.
You have to say Troon. It's
Troon!
Troon,
It's
Troon.
Troon, it's Royal Troon!
Then we got Gem by Jay Pruitt, Pinnacle Golf Club, and my bank, Tennessee, right out there next to
Maybank, I believe.
Maybank. Is it Ma Bank or Maybank?
Maybank. I think it's Maybank.
I thought it was Ma Bank right out there next to Pa's Bank.
Could be Ma Bank, and yeah, Pa Bank and Sun Bank are right around the corner.
um. So, all right. So, what does that mean?
We have
So we have the M Pals, and look at those graphics.
Biomes.
Yes,
First one. You
that's
wanna
some
you gonna
fancy
keep us up? You wanna
graphics.
get
Yeah.
rid of us?
Yes, we can go to no cameras, Steve. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dave.
Uh, so take it away,
Hey,
Mashy, for Royal Noor.
well, noorT, congratulations, T squared. Really, really fun course,
Hey.
as it should be. Um, this course is I've never played it in real life. I'm hoping to get over to that part of the country next summer and spend a couple weeks playing golf, and this was on my list if I can ever get over there and into it. But no, obviously good long tees, 7,200 from the back, and let's just go into it. It's a
So is
really
this like I know the old course is like where golf was crazy. Is this old like the old course?
Yeah,
Truly?
it's an old course. I believe it's hosted Ryder Cups. It's hosted
Okay.
British Open. Well, now they call it the Open, but British Opens, the Opens.
Yeah.
It's hosted. It's a frequent stop on a lot of the big European tour, um, DP tour event stock. Yeah, it's been around forever. It's been around. I don't know when the course was created, but it's been around forever.
Yeah.
So really interesting driving range. Really liked it. I will tell you, I was a little intimidated hitting wedge shots. I was going to bump right into that sign and hit it right back into my head. Um,
It
but
does
no, I
look a
thought it
little
was
low there. It's like hitting into a simulator enclosure.
yes. It felt
Yeah.
actually it's funny. It felt a little low when I was in the sim playing this and I was hitting on the driving range warming up. That I will tell you that little thing made me feel a little weird for the first couple of shots. Obviously, it didn't affect anything. There's no colliders on it or anything, but at least I didn't see any colliders on it. But I like the markers out there. I thought it was great. But I had not seen this on a driving range before, so it's definitely he's definitely going for a tournament, the Sim Open look and feel. So what you see on the driving range, you will see throughout the entire course. So let's go, Steve. First tee, you get that sense. Now, I have been to Scotland and I've not played golf there. I've been to Scotland, I've been to the UK, and you do get I got the sense that I was there. I got a cool gray day, kind of, maybe fallish time frame. You got birds flying going south. The wind was blowing, and you can see off in the background. You see the spray coming off the rocks in the back there, where the water is hitting up against the rocks, which is great. I thought the look and feel of the course was really, really well done. Even things in very small details, the fence, which you'll see up close in a second, the aging fence down the right side, right? It's a great asset.
Yeah.
Like it felt
It
like it
looks
was an
like the
old,
fence you see at the beach has just been wind
yep,
beaten for
been
years,
wind
right?
beaten and falling apart in some parts of it. Cool tee boxes with the Sim Open logo, cool flags with the same Sim Open logo, and then there are two sets of tee markers. The back tees are the square ones from the back.
That's
The
cool.
rest of them
They're
are these.
completely different than the other
Yep,
ones. That's cool.
yep, which I thought was a really cool. I like when they do that. So, and you also saw some grandstands, and we'll show a bunch of those in a minute.
Yeah.
This is just coming down hole number one, and I just thought it was a really great kind of encapsulation of the overall course and feel. You got the beach off to one side. There's that spray, the particle effect spray kind of coming up. It doesn't have to be. It's not timed to where when the wave hits, the spray goes up. It doesn't have to be though, but you have the
Yeah.
same feel of it. And then there was all that deep rough with the fence line along there, and it was really, really well done. And
Yeah.
I love the skybox. I mean, he's using advanced lighting, but I love the cloud layer that he put on there. It went well with the day. I felt like I needed to wear like a quarter zip and be dressed
Yeah,
up a
he
little bit
made it.
warmer.
He did a good job of making it feel from Scotland. The only thing I would say is I, and this is totally my opinion. He maybe could use more gradient fog, right?
Yeah,
Kind
I
of give
think
it
a little
more
bit
of a.
gradient fog for the
But some
background to
people
get
don't
the
like that.
pretty. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair. Really cool par three, and you can see it's all risk reward. This number five. Again, you going alongside with the water on your right, grandstands you're hitting into. Almost every hole had grandstands and TV cameras on it, and people in the grandstands. I'll show you in a second. With the big old bunker, just a
Yeah.
really good looking hole.
So, and for new designers, if you don't know the fog you see coming up, the spray, it's called particle effects. There, that is included. I think it's with RAM includes
Ram
particle
has
effects.
some. Nature Manufacturer, if you
Yes.
buy those, they've got some. I have found some really good particle effect assets in the Unity store that work with our version of Unity as well.
Yep. Yep.
Um, you got to be a little careful on performance if there's too many particles going on, and you could bog a scene down. But used the
Particle
right way, they
effects
can add a
lead
lot
to
of.
performance effects, right?
Okay, they can, but I will say use the right way. The particle effects can add a really great depth to your scene.
Yep.
Um, Coming up number 10 and 11, you got this train, really well done. I don't remember hearing a whistle. I mean, I saw the train go by. Obviously, I grabbed the screenshot of it, but I don't
I
remember
missed
hearing
this.
like
I
a train.
totally you captured this. I was like, oh, I missed the train. How did I miss the
Yeah,
train?
it's coming right down 10 and 11, down that whole side. So he's got the tracks the whole length of the way too. Like it's really cool. It's really nicely done. And the
I'm
train's
pour,
animated. It comes down while you're playing.
I'm pouring some more
It did not
chunks
try
into
to
my
it did
glass
not
here.
try to hit the train, so I don't know if there's a collider on it.
Yeah.
And then coming up 18, just a couple screenshots, really fun finishing hole. The bunkers you see here, they're like those Scottish potbelly bunkers everywhere. They're super deep. That's where when I played this in the sim, but then I also moused through to grab screenshots. And man, that's where mousing, Justin, I don't know how Justin does it. Like those potbelly bunkers in the sim, I'm able to open up like a 60 degree and get it high.
Yeah.
You can't do that with mouse and try to get the, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
choose your, it's hard to get a higher flight with
Yeah.
the,
You can't. It's not like you can open up your club
right.
with a
You can't
mouse.
open up your mouse and make it go.
Yeah. So you're saying if I want to ever beat Justin in a match, I should let him into a pot bunker and then.
Or you should make a course with nothing but pot bunkers down the
Yes.
fairways. And if he lands in one, he's screwed.
Yes. Exactly.
And then the grandstands are cool. They're all over the course. There's people in them. They are animated. We will add, I mean, I'm kidding. We were joking earlier about there. We'll add more people in until the performance goes down. But
Yeah.
it was kind of cool to see some animated people in there. I listen, they're a little they're a little cartoony.
They're cartoony. There's not a lot of them, but
There's not a lot of them.
it's all we can do right now.
It's all we can
Someday
do right now.
we'll
Someday
have
we'll solve for
better
80.
graphics cards. Moore's
Yep.
law, 18 months from now, we increase compute power by 50% again, and we'll be able to add more people
Yep.
eventually.
Agreed. But I love what he did with it. It was a lot of fun. It was fun hitting with all the grandstands and seeing some people coming up on 18. It was pretty cool. So really, really well done. Nice job.
Yeah, good job. Well done on the course. Congratulations on the MPAL. All right, so moving on to our second MPAL is Pinnacle Golf Club by Jay Pruitt. Congratulations, Jay Pruitt.
Yay, Jay Pruitt.
Yeah. Now this is in where's Mabank again? Mabank,
Mabank,
Mabank down
Maybank,
in Texas.
Mayberry.
I don't know if this was a commission course. He did this out of passion. Whoever did it, though, this is definitely a premium course. He did a really well job. However, however, he is missing his description in here. So
Yes. So
when that happens, guess what?
we get to write it.
We get to write it. We do a little bit of Chat GPT. We do a little bit of in our own here. So
So we get our own. Yeah, agreed.
yes, so nestled in the heart of Mabank, Texas, right next to Bank, Texas, is the Pinnacle Golf Course, where golf balls go to achieve their dreams of soaring into oblivion, never to be found again. The fairways are so meticulously manicured that even the local armadillos have taken up golfing, but they're not allowed on the course due to the dress code restrictions. You can golf the Pinnacle without a shirt on, but apparently armadillos don't like shoes. Now, with water hazard, that seems to have their water hazards seem to have magnetic pulls on golf balls, so it's no wonder the course is officially sponsored by the Scuba Diving Association of America. The greens are smoother than a Texan's pickup lines, ensuring that your ball rolls just enough to land you right back under the bunker. And if you manage to avoid the sand traps, be prepared to fend off a few scorpions and fire ants. So,
True on scorpions and fire ants.
yes. Now I saw this reference to Texans pickup line, so I asked ChatGPT, "Hey, what's a Texas pickup line?" And ChatGPT came back and said, "Are you a tumbleweed? Because baby, my heart rolls wherever you go." I said, "There we go."
Oh god, that's so bad. Yeah, we're nowhere near Skynet.
No,
There's
not at
no
all.
way it's
Well, the
taking
bad
over.
thing is, like, I try to like coach ChatGPT to like add a little bit of inappropriate stuff, and it just won't do it.
It
It can't
won't
get
do
it
it.
there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Because yeah,
Pinnacle Golf Course, or Pinnacle Golf Club by Jay Pruitt. Here we go.
really
Um,
great looking course.
yeah, it is a good course. So, uh, first tee box, we've got some. I think these are CE Sim golf trees that he added in here. Now,
I think they remind me of some of the cottonwoods that he did.
yes, and
Yep.
I would think they have cottonwoods in Texas. I think.
I think so. Live oaks,
Yeah.
maybe.
Now,
Doesn't matter if they have them or not.
I
They
turned
look
this on
good.
it, and when we like you and I got together, and we decided, hey, where are our M powers? What courses do we want to look at? And you decide to concentrate on noorT, and I decided to concentrate on Pinnacle. And I think I see why, because as soon as I started looking at this closer, I'm like, shit, this has freaking houses everywhere on it.
Everywhere. It's your exactly.
Yeah,
That's why
right. I mean, there's a snap hook right here to the left. Yeah, you're coming in these houses. Now, cool thing is he did add like these really like stork, which is really ironic because it sounds like noorT, stork noorT. So
nope.
same thing.
Not related.
No, not related. Okay, but Pinnacle custom flag markers. Then he had these signs everywhere, warning, don't pet the storks. The cart rules. Notice to all golfers, and then he even had some advertising on here. Uh, Someone had posted on Facebook early in the week about selling advertising inside courses. Was it Jay Pruitt or someone else? But there was like almost in every other hole there was all these links to different things. We got
Yeah,
Stephen
someone
McGee
was talking about
sales.
on Facebook about selling some advertising space on a specific hole.
Yeah, I don't know if this is it, but we got Stephen McGee here sales. There was a bunch of other ones on here as well.
No, I'm looking at where I think it's Maybank, but I'm looking where it is, and I see it's actually yeah, it's outside of Dallas. It's southeast of Dallas. Pretty far out. I'm guessing at least an hour outside of Dallas. And there's a giant lake, Cedar Creek Reservoir is right there, so it's right off the reservoir. So that's probably okay. I mean, I get it where it is now.
Okay. Um, Lots of wildlife on the course. So here we got a deer munching
Deers,
out there. Actually, there's a
deers,
deer way in the background. Deers.
deers. I said deers. Turtles,
Turtles. Okay, turtles.
turtle.
And then, really cool, I didn't realize that in the summer, did you know that Santa's reindeer come down here to hang
They
out?
hang out in my bank,
Yeah, because here's one right here floating in midair.
floating in the air. He's floating, and
Floating in midair.
I think that's Donner.
It's I was thinking Blitzen, but
Oh, it's not Rudolph. That we know.
yeah.
There's no red nose on him.
No, there's no red nose. He's out there floating in air. I can't remember what hole this is off of, and it's us just being meticulous. Whatever. But let's move on. Let's move on to some other beautiful aspects of this wonderful course. First of all, he did a lot of really great detail even off the course. So this is like the neighborhood. I love it when some people put the houses
Yep.
around. He actually added a little bit of landscaping. You see some hedges and things out there, and I
Yep.
think it just adds a great to look. I hate it when houses are like close to the course, but they're just very plain. just add
Yeah.
some arborvitaes, add some hedges out there. It doesn't take that long just to kind of quickly click, click, click with VS
Well,
Pro
and he's
that you
just
can create
using the
those
sat
things.
shader, right? The green sat shader that he did down, so it looks like there's grass. He doesn't need to put any 3DG or anything, so it looks
No,
great. And the hedges
yeah,
just make it,
the
yeah, it's
hedges.
perfect.
It even had stop signs here on the
And
street.
he
Pretty
even did a
cool.
little vert painting around the bridge, going,
Yes. Yep. Yep. And this wasn't all that. Now I could hit a ball over here. Unlikely, but I could. But I was just floating around finding this stuff. Now, what I also found after playing a couple holes and looking at the mini map was the mini map looked really cool. And then I realized after looking closer that he did a lot of areas where he cut out. Like this is a lake area. It's not right on the course, but it shows up in the mini map. So he left the sat shader
right. So he
straight
did
through.
he did the sat shader where the green is, but he left the normal satellite imagery where the lake was, so the lake would
Yes.
show through on the mini map. That's
And that's
cool.
fine because it's not really a place you're going to hit the ball and get really close, but it looked really good on the mini map. So
Yep.
these are like all
As I
like the
bet you can see on the mini
docks.
map, because it's a top-down view, it looks like you can see all the
These,
docks and stuff. Yeah.
yes, so these are all like the boathouses and stuff on the lake. Really cool.
Yep.
Like that forever if you tried to build all those out. Um,
Smart.
And here, this is where I first noticed it. This is another hole. So this, I said, wow, that looks really good. It looks real. It looks realistic. So this area that I'm circling right here, this brown, that's just sat shader. That's just the sat imagery as well.
Yeah,
But you can
he had
see it.
unstamped out part of the yep.
Yeah. So like, here's his inner OB that he has,
Yep.
and then so he just left that, and it looked really good on sat shader. So that's a really good idea.
I like that.
So here's a hole which I thought was really
I
cool. It's a,
wonder if there's a way I wonder if there is a way, probably not. I wonder if there's a way. No, never mind. I was gonna say about setting a
I
sat
was waiting for
shader.
something prolific there.
Well, I'm just setting a sat shader just for the mini map. Like, as opposed to having them say,
Um,
"Hey, for the mini map, I want a specific sat shader to be used
mhm.
mini map versus a sat
Yeah.
for the course."
See, you bring these things up now, that should be in our feature request of the
I
week.
didn't think about it during our pre-show. It's like, now I'm like, maybe if we had a sat shader for the mini map.
Yes. So, like, when something's shown in the mini map, have it different than what's when you're on the ground looking
Yeah.
directly at it. That's actually not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So this was I don't know what hole this was a par three hole. Really cool. So you're kind of hitting over wild. It's pretty long. I'm on the back tees, of course, so
Yep.
213. But this goes back, Mashy, to like my fear of houses. So what do you think happened? I get on
You
this
went
tee
long
box.
and you hit that house on the right.
No, and I immediately go to the mini map and I say, well, where's that house at? Well, that house is 226. This is the hole's 213, but just a little 226. I'm hitting the pavement. I'm ricocheting into that house. That's what goes through my head.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
what club did you take?
213. I think I was hitting like a four hybrid.
And then you crushed it, you smoked it, you bounced it off the house, and it landed on the green.
Yes, exactly. I broke a window. Thanks for putting the collision, stuff in the window breaking
Yes,
sounds in there for
exactly.
me, Jay Pruitt. I really appreciate that. Does really well for my you know my confidence. So then here's another par three.
His detail, there's so much
Yeah,
detail he
these
puts in.
two holes are really cool. Like I love that
Yeah.
like the house is out there. I should have zoomed in and showed like the landscaping on the house. To the right, there's like another like there's fences over there. To the left, there's like just so much detail here. It looked really good.
Yeah,
Um,
it's so funny, like, I've got a course I put into beta, and I'm like, I don't have the time, I don't have the patience to put all the small little details in and all this stuff anymore, but I need to because it looks so good.
yeah, it's here. I want to know first of all if this is a commission course. Um, this was really cool hole too. So this is another par three. You're hitting again over water. And then there's a boat. You see it right here. We'll zoom in on
Yeah.
it here. There's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
boat that moves around like a fishing boat. There's a golf cart up here. There's some walls. There's a boathouse over here. There's houses in the distance. Um, Incidentally, though, the boat, ghost boat, there's no one driving that boat. That's messed up, man. That thing's out there
That's
all by
messed up,
itself,
man, and
going
that boat
around.
moves around the lake, so
It's not
someone's
moving
driving
slow
it.
either. It's going around. Yeah. So, Jay, I'm just saying you should put somebody in there driving that thing around. Just saying.
If you not reach out to T Squared, he's got some seated animated assets he can give you from the grandstands.
Now, also, by the way, this boat is also sinking. If you
It is
look
sinking.
right
I
here,
did notice the
yes,
water in the boat
there's a
too.
little water in the middle.
But when you have a fishing boat like that, you always get a little water in when you're bringing the fish on board. So,
Yes, that's true. You put the fish in there. Yeah.
yep.
Now, what do you think went through my head here? Which was, oh, if I snap hook this just 185, I'll hit that house.
I'm glad you played defensive golf. Like
I do.
you know
I'm in my
you're
head. I'm always thinking, what will it take to hit that house? Will this
see in
club
my I
hit the
don't even
house?
see in my head, I don't even see them. I don't see houses,
Uh,
I don't see lakes, I don't see bunkers. I
yeah,
just
I'm going to have to go see a sports psychiatrist. Just
yeah,
saying.
you are.
Yeah.
I'll give you Dr. J's info. He's meeting with my daughter every other week.
um,
This
Clubhouse
was so nice.
facility, pretty cool. He took the bushes and spelled out my favorite golf ball, Pinnacle. Oh, that's the name of the course. Never mind. Uh, so yes, golf. So much detail here too, between the cars in the parking lot, the
Yep.
golf, like 2 clubhouses,
Yep.
the flagpole, everything looked really good. So, congratulations on the MPAL. Well done.
Really great course.
Yep, really great course. I'm marking that one down, put it on my list for indoor lake when it starts back up again. So, that takes us to Mashy. You know what?
Takes us to
Post of the week. Look at those graphics.
that's like out of 1977.
Yes, it is. It totally is.
So love it.
And
We
and
need we
it's
should the music should we should have changed the music to more of a disco theme music
yes,
for this week.
yes, yeah, like some John Travolta thing. Yeah,
Now
and I don't know
we
what.
had some go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna say again. This is done by Chat GPT. It doesn't even know how to spell weak. That's definitely not
It's
a K.
maybe weep.
Weep. It's weep. Weep.
Weef.
I don't know. And
I
then we
don't
also
know.
have Fansbook.
Fansbrook.
Fansbrook. I don't know. So
I
it is
don't
what
know.
it is, right?
I don't know. Um we had some issues getting some posts this week.
Yeah, I didn't have. Well, I did have a couple, but as it turns out, as I was putting these in, we tried not to show each other's, but I could see like a like a thumbnail of yours, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think he's got the same ones as me. And then I went and did look at yours. Yeah, we both had the
We
same
have the same
exact
two.
two.
Yeah, the same ones we put in. So we only have a couple this week. It has been a quiet Facebook week. I have not seen a lot. I've been watching and I have not seen a lot of crazy stuff come up. Or maybe I'm just so numb to it these days. The stuff I
Uh,
see is crazy. Or
Is it me
there
or is it
was one that I was
posts
gonna
just like
grab.
the posts getting like more volatile? Just so many more arguments and personalities of people coming out, and I don't know.
Well, the one I was gonna grab that I didn't, I chose not to, was there somebody with a brand new profile with no history of posting or anything like that. He wasn't an anonymous poster. It was like Joe Schmo was the name or something like that.
Yeah.
And he posted a like, "Who's your favorite designer?" A poll.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
And
come
then there
on.
was a discussion, and some other folks jumped into it. I don't care personally who's like who's my favorite designer. I don't know. Run Pud Run, Tech Bud. I mean, they're all good. Like I like them all. I like Pac-Man. They're all fantastic. I was somebody added me and then someone removed me. So I don't care. But it spawned a lot of like I kind of agree, it spawned a lot of like, what's the point? Like go play and enjoy your courses and all the designers are great. Who cares what's favorite, or
I feel like this Joe Schmoem guy who is in this, all he is just stirring the pot.
I think he's looking to stir
He's
the
a
pot because he did
totally troll.
there were 2 or 3 other ones that he did that were kind of similar polls that
Yes.
were less, kind of less instigating. But yeah, I feel like it was a way, so
I've
I didn't pull that one.
I've just grown up and I've decided whenever I see posts like that, I just ignore them. I don't
I
contribute.
ignore them and move on. Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. But we
Okay.
did get a couple.
All right. So let's have some fun with some silly music here. All right. We only have two. So we got to make them good, right?
Yeah, we'll try.
All right. So here we go. So this guy posted, hey, listen to my words closely. Went 4K projector from my Amazon $111 projector. that
Awesome.
leads me to believe that, great, the guy upgraded his projector, right? But if you go into the posts, like everyone started going off, and this guy's like, there's no way you got a 4K projector for $111. I think reading comprehension is a problem for a lot of people in these groups. I think, right?
Well, but the 100%. Like, first off, he did not get. I mean, he. I don't know whether he's intending to or not, but he basically saying he went 4K. I went
Yeah.
4K. I mean, I read that I got a 4K projector for $111. No, you didn't. There is no 4K projector on Amazon for $111. There might be a projector that supports 4K pass through. But if you keep reading, he also says that he's using 4K Ultra on an old flight sim PC with dual 1080 Ti's. Can you do 4K Ultra with 1080 Ti's, even two of them?
I know that you can link cards together.
Yeah, he's running him in SLI mode. I get that, but I don't know. It doesn't mean
He's not a bad card, though.
It's not a bad card, but I don't know if you're going to do anyway. But the comments were hysterical. Like,
oh, they're all over the
comments
place.
were either send me a link for this $111 4K projector, or there's no way in hell that you are using a 4K projector. You're just passing through your 1080p signal.
Yeah, it's so many people post things with not a lot of detail, and it is okay. It is what it is. So, let's go to the next one here.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Just wondering, who owns GS Pro? Where does the subscription go, and how many users?
I don't know what this guy's getting after. Does it matter?
So
I think
do something for me real quick. Go back one slide, Steve. Now go forward one slide. Tell me what is the same between the two.
Oh my gosh, the image of the person who posted
It's
this.
the same poster.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
It's a good call. I didn't see that. I didn't capture that. Yeah.
It's the same guy posting all these kind of like that. But like this, like the comments on this one were key. Okay, the comments on this one, like there was like, what does it matter? You know, somebody said there's 65,000 subs. I don't know where it came from. Somebody was like, it's not a public company. They don't need to report there. Somebody was like, you know, the Illuminati owns them. It was all kinds of funny ones.
I posted, this is when I saw it. It's like I posted the two guys that work out of their grandma's basement.
Well, as a matter of fact, you know how I knew you actually were on that thread? Go forward one slide, Steve. There you are. So this is where our Facebook posts generally don't converge, but they did.
Yes.
I was like, hey, there he is. I'm going to grab it and put it in there. So I don't understand why people like want all this info in detail. I mean, maybe I should care. I don't. I'm just going to play GS Pro when the weather is bad.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day,
900 and how many courses now?
We got to be approaching 1,000. Let's look right now.
Do we think 1,000 is going to be July or before the
I said, I actually had a little kind of like bet with Soupy back a long time ago, and I said it was going to be June, I think. We're at 974. I don't think we're going to make June. It's slowed down quite a bit.
We're not going to make it by June with 1 week to go at the current
July.
rate. Yeah, July, early July.
Yeah.
What did Soupy say? What was his date?
Oh, he said like, I think he said like March. He was like way before me, I think, at the end of the day. Yeah. A while ago. Okay.
Cool. That's our show.
Is that our show?
I think that's the whole thing.
We're getting so things have slowed down a little bit. So I think we're kind of going a little bit of week by week because you got stuff going on for the summer. I've got stuff going on for the summer. We got July 4th coming up. I think we'll have a show next week. I don't know if we talked. I think we're both around.
I think we'll have a show next week. I think we'll be off the week of the 4th of July. I'll be on vacation. I think you are as well. The week after that is TBD, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So, all right, gang.
See you, everybody. Have a great week.
Have a great week.